the ambulance, and after the show, everything should be going back to normal schedules, so we can continue on. The ambulance, last I left off, I did get the clear parts on. I did it, and I went ahead and masked everything off. And after I did all that, burnished it all down, then I went in with white, and I used model color white there, and I'm going to have to let it sit. So the next update that I talk about this, I'm going to let it sit for a couple days, because I like to use my my thinner, which is make your own thinner, which is basically flow aid, retard, and alcohol and water, and it makes it just flow better. And I like it to really cure, because I'm going to have to seal it before I mask off the red area, which is going to be red, and plus I got to find the right red. I think I got it. That's going to be close to that, and it don't matter if it's flat or anything, because we'll put some future on it and make it shiny. But anyway, that's my what I want to do. But anyway, I got basically a coat and a half maybe on there, and what I'm hoping is when it gets really cured, I want to go in one more cup of paint and spray it one more time, and then let it sit. And then by the end of the week, we'll be able to mask it off and add the red. And then of course, after we get that painted, we'll paint the handles and all that good stuff. But anyway, there is the white on the hearse. So we did the white top, we did the white door, and we did a white hood, which I'm basically, just to make it easy, it's going to be, I know the fenders probably shouldn't be red, and shouldn't be white. What I'll do is I'll mask off the hood at an angle, and then do the red here all the way back, and it should be curved tape, and we should be good to go. But anyway, that is where I stand on that, and we are looking good. The ambulance, again, I went ahead, and I don't know if you can actually see it, but I dry brushed the interior, did the seats, sides of the car. You're not going to really see a whole lot, because it's going to be a lot of shadow, once it's underneath. But anyway, it just gives it a little bit of character on there, so no big deal. And it looks better than just flat black. It makes it look totally, at least that gives a little something, to look at. Same way with the engine. I dry brushed that. Went ahead and dry brushed the bottom. It just gives it a little bit of character. It's going to sit. No one's going to see it. Just a little bit of something, almost like a calling card, if you will. Just makes it a little bit. Just gives it something, unique about the build. But anyway, that's pretty much done, and then we're going to work on the car itself, and then hopefully maybe in about a week we can get it all together, get the chrome on, and try to finish it up. But anyway, that is where I stand on Mr. Ambulance. Big petty car, and I don't know if you can actually see it. I went ahead and started spraying the petty blue, which is TS23 from Tamaya. I got the hood, top of the hood almost painted, and man, I washed the car and everything, and there's still, you can see the little spots there. Still want to be like a release agent or a I don't know, it's crazy, because it did it on the chassis here, and I went ahead and I basically got one coat on the bottom of the chassis, got one coat on top of the interior here, and you can see like right there where you didn't, I guess I didn't wipe it down good enough. It almost needs like a complete alcohol bath just to really really scrub each piece. But anyway, we'll work with it. Basically one more coat. I got to do one more coat with the can, and just get everything where I miss. I just want an initial coat, and then if I did miss a spot, at least I can go back, and the paint itself will have something to bite on once I spray it. I masked off most of the engine, some of the chrome parts are basically going to be leave them as is, and then I'll go in. Got to paint like the little springs here yellow, and just some little stuff. Anyway, trying to get the frame painted petty blue, get everything painted petty blue, and then I can go back in and paint the rails here, which are basically flat black, steering wheel, seat, and all that good stuff. and we'll eventually go on. The car itself, you can see where the plastic and then the petty blue, and I think this way, I think it actually, instead of using white primer or a gray primer, I think this actually gets really closer to his petty blue color. I think it really basically ups it a shade, and I think that will be very believable. And plus, once you get the day glow orange and decals on, you probably won't be able to tell the difference. But anyway, that's where I stand on that. So I want to try to spray it one more time. And tonight is a spray where I have to do that outside, and it's we have I wouldn't say hurricane winds here in Oklahoma, but it's been really, really windy. So I kind of had to do it in between gusts. So we'll try to, hopefully it don't rain or wind, and I'll try to at least get the base coat on, and then I want to do one more coat, and then I'm going to let it sit, and then we can start doing detail painting. Up next for the Build for Others, we are going to do the Enterprise B. And before we begin that, I was sent a care package. This is window drilling templates from Fedortron.com, and these help you in the guide of drilling the holes on the hole to make it ease in lighting, so you don't have to just second guess it. And I got to get some smaller drill bits. I think I snapped all mine for the size here, so I got to get some of those, but I can't wait to try that out, and we can show everyone how the template works on the Enterprise B and or in Excelsior if you got the one with the smooth holes. So that should work out just fine. And we got some resin goodies, and we got a new neck too, so we got to go look at that. I just haven't had time to look at everything. We got clear parts, so that's but anyway, the templates are what we're concerned with. And if you want to scope this out, you can go to Fedortron.com and scoped out the template drilling here. But anyway, that is what I'm going to do on that, and I'll probably start. I want to try to start next week. If not, I still gotta get a couple things for it. But as we wait, I'm going to do one thing to the Enterprise B here, and it's going to make it a unique model because not a lot of people have it, and I haven't offered it in a long time. But we are going to do the Enterprise B that was in the Nexus with my little vacuum form Nexus conversion kit. This is really simple. All you do is cut it out, and you can actually just glue it right over the existing part, and it fits just perfect. And then you'll be able to just trim out the deflector hole, and you'll have just a little bit of a unique version of the Enterprise B that no one else has when it gets hit by the ribbon. So anyway, it's just one of them little things that, you know, people like, hey, you know, it's got, what's that on there for? And, you know, it would be screen accurate. Anyway, I did a resin one many years ago, and when I saw the B, I was like, man, I think I'll revisit that, and that'll be available really, really soon too. So we'll do that to make. We like to make models unique around here. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today. I should have a very long shed update, and getting ready to start the B. We are adding white to the ambulance. Oh, and I forgot. Started painting the little gurney bed, and I'm basically going by the picture there. Shows it gray with a white I guess mattress. So I did the gray on the blanket, and I'll do the mattress white, and then I'll probably just paint the casters black. I'm going to probably end up painting the bottom of the thing black just to hide the red, and do something like that. But anyway, that's what I did on that, so I totally forgot. But anyway, painting the gurney, trying to get the petty blue on the petty car, and doing a little dry brushing on the interior. So that's what I have got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.